In this video, we're going to look at how to use the calendar-based scheduling tool to schedule our unscheduled jobs to our technicians. This video is going to cover the basic operation of the schedule. There are some more advanced features which we'll be covering in another video. So let's have a look at a schedule to start with. So if we go to Operations and Scheduling, we get the options to load a schedule. So the top section are the dates that we want to see on our schedule. So we want to see from the 7th of November through to the 13th of November. We could show any dates we want. Here we might want to look at a week or 2 weeks or a month. We might want to look at an old schedule to see what would happen in previous weeks, whatever we like. So I'm going to choose these dates here. The next two sections allow us to choose which technicians we want to see on the schedule. So in this example, we've broken our technicians into 5 teams. So let's say we have 100 technicians. We probably don't want to see them all at once. So we might want to see a smaller portion of those, which we've split into a team. So I'm just going to look at the maintenance team, which I think is probably about 15 technicians. So let's load the schedule. Okay, so this is our schedule. We have the dates across the top, so we can see all our days here. And we have our technicians running down the left-hand side. Each one of these cards, each one of these cards represents a job. So this is job 46760, and we can see it's being done by Daniel Edwards, and he's attending this job on Friday. Also on Saturday, we have the same job here in 2 places. So these are all of the jobs that our technicians are doing. The jobs are color-coded. So white means that it's scheduled. That means we've planned it into our schedule. A pale yellow means it's been dispatched. That means we've issued it out to our tech so he can pick that up on his phone or his tablet on site. We then go to a slightly darker yellow for in progress, and then green when the job has been completed. So these are all our technicians. These are all the jobs that our technicians are booked onto. So if we look at Connor, for instance, he doesn't have any work for this week. So let's try and find some work for him to do. The schedule also shows us any holidays or sicknesses, absences that we have logged for our technicians. So we can see here Connor is annual leave on Saturday. And I think there's probably some other bits of holidays. Here we go. Harvey is also off on Friday. We've got some, Jane has various bits of annual leave as well. So we want to give Connor some jobs. So let's go and find some unscheduled jobs to allocate to Connor. So if I click find jobs, we're now given options of to narrow down the unscheduled jobs that we want to see. So I can see here I've got 341 unscheduled jobs, but I might want to narrow that down to a smaller number. So let's say we only want to look at property maintenance jobs, for instance. So we can see now that's dropped us down to 17, which is probably a little bit more manageable. So let's go and find those jobs. So if I click here, these are the 17 jobs that we selected. We'll just quickly go back to the options so we can see what we can choose to select. So we can choose due dates here from and to. We can choose a customer. We can choose job priority. We can choose a postcode. We can choose job types and divisions, and we can also look at the tags on the jobs. So we'll stick with these 17 anyway. So find jobs. Here are my 17 jobs. Excuse me. And in the same way, we can hover over the job number to see the description of the job. We can see the duration of the job here. This is a 1-hour job. These are the due dates. So this one is a reactive job. So this will have a date and a time against it. Where we have a planned maintenance job, these are all reactives. If we have a planned maintenance job, that would probably have a window. So it would have an earliest start and a latest end date. So we have a window that we can do that job in rather than a response time. So these are my 17 jobs. I can move this around. I can make it smaller or bigger. I can do whatever I want with it. And all we need to do is to drag the jobs onto Connor. So let's give him some work to do. So I'm going to give him this job, and I'm going to give him this job, this job. Okay, we can see the totals at the top now. It's also worked out the driving times for me. So this shows that we've actually given Connor 12.5 hours of driving to do and 6 hours of work. So obviously that's not something that we do in reality. We would probably give him jobs closer to home. He's got like 3 hours drive in between each job. So that's something we wouldn't do. So let's just fill his week up anyway. We'll give him some more work. That's Friday. We'll give him Sunday off. Let's put some work on to Monday. There we go. Let's do Tuesday. Okay, so now we've filled these 4 days for our technician. We've basically just gone and found some unscheduled jobs, and then we've dragged them onto the calendar to build up Connor's workload. We can see the totals at the top, so we can see what Connor's commitments each day are for driving and for work hours. All these driving times get calculated automatically. We might decide that this is too much work for Connor here. So this job we don't want him to do because he's got too much to do, and maybe we want to give it to Daniel instead. So in which case we can just drag that down, and that's now moved that job. It's reallocated it from Connor to Daniel. Each job shows the driving time before and after. So here we have before driving time as he drives from home to the job. This is before driving time as he drives from this job to this job. And this is his driving home, the after driving time here. We also have a menu for jobs. So we could remove that one, for instance. And we can drag our jobs around as we need them. So that's the very basic operation of the scheduling tool. We select the dates that we want to see. We select our operatives. We load the scheduler that shows all of their workloads. It shows holidays. We click Find Jobs over here to find unscheduled work. And then we drag our unscheduled work onto our technicians.